Documentary photographers are almost never recognized during their own lifetimes. It's after they've gone that their contribution is the most recognized. He would not be remembered if it weren't for the fact that he produced this huge body of work. Over 30,000 negatives, 5 by 7-inch glass plates. Michael Ondaatje, in his novel In the Skin of a Lion, gives us a fictional representation of Arthur Goss at work. His photographs are the basis of Ondaatje's reconstruction of Toronto's history between the wars and especially the Depression years.
The bridge goes up in a dream. It will link the East End with the center of the city. It will carry traffic, water, and electricity across the Don Valley. It will carry trains that have not even been invented yet. There are over 4,000 photographs from various angles of the bridge in its time-lapse evolution. The piers sink into bedrock 50 feet below the surface through clay and shale and quicksand. The network of scaffolding stretches up. Men in a maze of wooden planks climb deep into the shadowed light of blonde wood. A man is an extension of hammer, drill, flame, drill smoke in his hair. On October the 18th, 1918, it is completed, lounging in midair. The bridge, christened Prince Edward, the Bloor Street Viaduct.
Properly interpreted, a photograph can tell us some information about the past that we can't get through any other method. When you look at a photograph, you have to read into it, but you're reading into something that is factually accurate. Arthur Goss was born in London in 1881, and his family moved to Toronto. His father died very young, which caused Arthur Goss to have to go to work at age 11 for the city engineering department, and he remained a city employee for the rest of his life.
In the tunnel under Lake Ontario, two men shake hands on an incline of mud. Beside them, a pickaxe and a lamp. Their dirt-streaked faces pivoting to look towards the camera. Then Arthur Goss, the city photographer, packs up his tripod and glass plates, unhooks the cord of lights that creates a vista of open tunnel behind the two men, walks with his equipment the 50 yards to the ladder, and climbs out into sunlight.
I think he thought of himself as being part of something at all times, and he had a very direct connection with the subject of his portraits, for instance. Groups of civil servants, nurses, students in class. You can tell there's a direct relationship with them. He seemed to put people at their ease. I think Goss really loved the city, and he loved everything that was going on. He had empathy for things that were really quite deplorable. I think he could see at times that things weren't changing as quickly as they should. For instance, at the beginning of his career, he did a series on bad housing to advertise the need for social reform. He did a similar series at the end of his career, just before the Second World War, and there were still slums. So I guess he realized that his photographs hadn't really had the effect that they should have, but I mean, what does? The only thing that one can find about Goss in the city archives is a few internal records of how much he was paid, what his duties were, etc. We don't really know very much about him. It's only represented by his work. And the fact that he was a civil servant who was not a flashy character really doesn't matter. He's a major figure in the social history of the city.